Go. Now we're live. Hi, Crafty. How are you? Can you see the live, Rochelle? Can you see the chat?
I cannot see the chat. Well, let's see. Nope, I can't see.
I wonder if, I don't know why. Oh, do you have another device you can pull it up on?
I do. I'll have to go downstairs and get my MacBook.
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it. I'll try to remember to read everything out loud.
I mean, there's a little thing down at the bottom that says chat, and so I can see it then. But
Okay.
I would have to switch back and forth.
Okay, don't worry. It'll be okay. I think
Yeah.
it'll be all right. I'll just try to remember to read everything to you.
I might try to switch to a different browser on here. Or I'll just roll with this. I'll just roll with it this time.
Just roll with it. Just roll with it. Oh my goodness, everybody popped on at once. Hi, Pat. How are you, sweetheart? Okay, Pat Dancer's here and Crafty and the crochet hooky. Oh, I've never heard of you. Is this your first time to my live? Hi, Brenda D and Lou and Elaine. Say hi to Rochelle, everybody. Rochelle's joining me. Hi, Edna.
Joining in today.
Susan.
Hey, everybody.
Rochelle can't see the chat, so I'm trying to say hello for you guys.
So I can either, if I tap on chat on my iPad, I can see the chat, but then I can't see if I'm in the frame. So
okay, I tell you what, you're in the frame right now. Just don't move around.
Okay, I'll just switch over to the chat then. I won't have to look. But then I can't see you. I'll just come back and forth. It's okay.
Okay, whatever works for you. You're trying not to knock anyone offline. Oh, that's funny. Lou says hi, Rochelle. Crochet Hooky, who are you and what's your first name? I've never seen you on my live before.
Hey, Amy.
Hi, Amy. Amy, long time no see. Yes, today is Pat Dancer's birthday. And
happy birthday, Pat.
Yay. She even got somebody to sing her happy birthday in Granny D's live.
Awesome.
I don't know, Crafty. Crafty says if it means anything, I can't see the chat either. Maybe I need to update the app. I don't know. Azalea. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so Crochet Hooky is Azalea.
Okay.
That's a beautiful name. How's everybody doing today? This is the last Sunday of the month of January. Hi, Jamie.
Hey, Jamie.
What's everybody got in their cup? Anybody have anything on their hook? What you got, Rochelle? You got your tea.
I have some tea.
You got your tea. I got my loose leaf tea. It's my, I don't even remember what kind it is. Hi, Denny. How are you, hon? Elaine missed Dee's live. Rats. Just rats. Yes. Elaine, by the way, Rochelle, won a giveaway from me a couple weeks ago, right, Elaine? It's almost been about a month, I think. So what's everybody got on their hook? I would say show it to me, but Rochelle, what you got on your hook?
Oh, too much, but some secret things. But I do want to show you these hooks. I'm going to switch over so I can see. Okay. I just went on this Etsy shop today, and she's closed down her shop. She's taking a little break. But I don't know if y'all have ever seen these hooks before.
Look at that hook. That's
And
amazing.
it's got a little stitch marker. Look at the bundt cake. Isn't that
I've
cute?
never seen anything like that.
This is from Sienna's Boutique. And
What is it called?
Sienna's, I'll have to put it in the chat, but she's taking a break right now. She
Oh,
has, okay, so that's one of them. I'm not a huge, I mean, I like Disney. I'm not a huge Disney fan. Some people are like Disney fan freaks. She's got like Disney inspired crochet hooks that are just adorable.
that is really neat.
Here's my gumball machine.
Hi, Shell.
Anyway, so
Oh, that's cute.
Isn't that cute? My stitch
That looks like
marker's
a
in a
bubblegum
project right
machine.
now. Yeah. And then she puts the size, she puts a little stamp of the size of the hook on it. And then you can choose Susan Bates or Boy, whichever kind of hook you want. Aren't they adorable?
That is adorable. Everybody's saying they look great. They look pretty. How cute.
And I mean, I actually can crochet with them pretty well. So
yeah,
I was kind of curious about, can I actually crochet with them? And I can. So
neat. So anyway, it's like a custom order type thing.
Well, she has some already made up, but then I think she does custom orders. She must have orders, or she's taken a vacation or something. That she's taken a break. I went to her shop today and it said that she was taking a break. So, she'll be back on, but I don't know for how long.
She probably needs to update, put some more stuff in the shop. Yeah. Okay, so Elaine says she started a pillow cover with the brown and made a beanie band with the wine colored one. Oh, that's right. I sent her some of the yarn. I sent her some 6-weight yarn that I just wasn't going to be doing anything with. Let's see here. Jamie, the naughty Canuck, says, I'm frogging, crocheting 3 rows and then frogging again. For whatever reason, thought it was a good idea to make a planned pooling table runner. Well, it doesn't always work out the way we want it to, does it? I am really, right now, guys, I don't know, but something with StreamYard, I'm backwards. Everything to me is like, with YouTube, it's like if I lean to my right, it's actually to my right in the screen. It's not here. And it's really freaking me out.
But does that mean that everybody can see us the correct way? Like,
yes.
Does this look backwards?
Well, I can't see the writing on there. Yeah, no, it's not backwards. Looks good.
Okay, so that means we're the right direction, but yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yes. Yeah. Sounds great. Sadie Spincraft. Hi, she's from England. You're up kind of late. Let's see, who else have we got in the house? We've got Pat Dancer said she was blocking the second block of the Secret Yarnery Cow. Nice. Very good. All right. Well, let's see here. I'll show something. The other, about a week and a half ago, I came home from work and I just felt nasty. I just felt like I did not want to do anything. I didn't even feel like picking up one of the projects. So, hi, Julie. Julie Nicholson lives about 35 miles from me up the road. Hi, Julie. And Amelia says, you like Harry Potter, so you're making a project bag. Oh, that's really cool. So I came home and I decided I'm going to pick up my favorite hook, which is my purple furls, and purple Be So Baby yarn. And I just started crocheting. And it's ending up that I'm making just a really thin, Just Feel Festive scarf. It's not going to be a wrap. It's going to be a scarf. because it's really narrow. But I'm using these 4 colors of Be So Baby. I wish I could. There
That
you go.
yarn is so soft, y'all. If you've
Isn't it
never
the
used that Be
best?
So Baby, yeah,
I
it
love
really
it.
is.
I love it. Love it. Um, okay, so let's see here. Sadie said she's making Harry Potter scarves. Oh, it was very interesting, you guys. I don't know if you want to. Yesterday I did a trial run with the StreamYard. And there were several people up in the Northeast who are I don't did you catch all that, Rochelle? They were gonna go to the web store, is that
Yes.
right? They were gonna meet
Was
up.
it Kim? Who all was saying that? I know Kim, Affordably Crafty Kim, was saying that because she lives up there.
Yes.
Oh, I
And
can't
there
remember who
was
else.
I think Sherry Kay, I think she was one of them. But anyway, you guys, if you live up in the north, Denny, were you there last night? I think you popped in for a little bit. But that if you guys are in the Northwest and you have any desire to maybe do a little get together with everybody, that would be fun. That'd be
I
fun.
was jealous. Yeah.
Yes, I'm jealous too. So that's my feel good. Patriot feels good. Patriot, this is my feel good Patriot project. So if I get down, that's what I'm going to do. Do you ever do that, Rochelle? Just pick up yarn and hook, just your favorite, and think, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I love this yarn and I'm just going to
Just
work it up.
play around. Yep.
Yeah, play around. Okay, you've been wanting to make yourself one. Are you talking? Okay, Amelia, are you talking about the a scarf, a Harry Potter scarf? Hi, Carla Castro. How are you? I'm glad. Say hello to Rochelle. She's my special guest this evening, and
Hey,
I am
everybody.
so excited to have her here with us.
I went ahead and
Crafty, you
pulled
were
up
there but
this
fell asleep.
so I can see the chat.
Oh, there
I
you
pulled it up
go.
on my phone so I can see the chat.
Mm-hmm. That works good. You call it freestyling or doodling. Oh, that's cute. Yes. Julie says she calls picking up her yarn freestyling it. Okay. So I want before Rochelle and I've got something really special we want to talk about here in a little bit, but I thought maybe I'd get some of this other stuff out of the way. So I'm redoing my room again, the craft area, and because I want to get rid of my oh, Brenda D. Brenda D says it's nice to meet you, Rochelle.
Hey,
Um,
Brenda. And hey, Sadie.
so I've got a couple of bookcases in there. Now, Mr. Happy's the one that does the books with the bookcases, so I want to free up those bookcases and give it to him. But now, Rochelle, I'm going to try to screen share this because now I'm going to do that, but I was told I can't see this. I won't be able to see the screen if I do that. So let's see here. I'm going to show you guys a picture of what I'm getting. Let's see here if I can.
So while you're doing that, Crafty Chats Cafe says that they can't see the chat on any device, that YouTube, maybe there's some update that's going on.
Oh no.
Hmm.
YouTube in Ireland must be doing it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Can you hear us at all? Okay, let me see if I can try to share the screen this way because for some reason, All right. Can you see that?
Nope.
Oh, I should have asked Julie how to do this. Okay. Do you see that now? No.
Nope. Do you see a thing that says share?
Yep. Share. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay.
There it
Here.
goes.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So I bought one of those. And yeah, I'm going to put it together. That one's a little bit bigger than the one that I got. I only got the 16 cube. So I'm going to rearrange it. So let's see here. There we go. Did y'all see it? Did I do it right?
We saw.
Yay! Hey, Barbara, you're Little Corner, Kentucky. Barbara's right down the street from me, too. She lives about 15 minutes from me. Yay! I wonder why that is, Sadie. Sadie's saying she wasn't able to yesterday do the same thing. Okay, anyway, so I'm excited about getting that, Rochelle, and I'll tell you why. Because I have a lot of baskets. And so I've got crates, and then I've got those plastic crates. I got the wooden crates and the plastic crates. Then I'm going to use those, and then what I'm going to do is like have a low shelf, and then some high maybe, but then have just low shelf so I can put my baskets on there with yarn in it. I think that's going to look really nice.
Yep.
I'm excited about it.
I like having the drawers because I have that same grid thing with the drawers that fit.
Right.
And, because it's a grid, when you put yarn in it, of course, it's going to pop out the sides or whatever. But I like the drawers because then you can just throw random balls of yarn.
Yeah, you don't have to be real neat.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Yep. So Shell says, I have for the cubes only, love them. If I was redoing my room, I'd use them exclusively. Good. Shell, do you have those like little fabric or canvas drawers that you put in, or is it just open so you can see everything? Let's see here. Oh man, Massachusetts is supposed to get 8 to 12 inches of snow. And Bonnie says you have a whole wall of those. That would look cool. I think that would look really neat. Eventually, I think that's what I'd like to do. I also like Rochelle's setup. You guys, if you haven't seen, she's got a beautiful video, a tour of her yarn space. Y'all need to check that out sometime. Rochelle, maybe at some point you can afterwards go to the replay in the comment section and then put that link. But she's got a great video. She's got those wire shelves, but she's got some white shelves. She's got an IKEA setup. Oh, it's gorgeous. I'm so jealous of that desk. I told Mr. Happy, I said, when I get my spot, that's what I want.
Yep. I want that. So awesome.
Yeah, I want that double table. Yeah. Okay, so because I'm redoing everything, guys, because I'm redoing all that stuff, I'm getting rid of the stuff that I know I will never use. I spent a lot of money filling up my shelves with 5 and 6 weight yarn, thinking, oh, this is going to be great for winter. Knock out some hats and scarves real quick. Yeah, that is not going to work. I just killed my hand. I did. I was making something. I'll show you what I made, and my arm is just, it's toast. I can't do anything more than like a 1 or 2 weight now for a little while anyway. It's bad. So I have got a bag of yarn, a big old plastic bag, and it's filled, it's shoved filled with 5 weight yarn. I think everything in here is 5 weight. And I'm going to give it away to a resident of North America. No, a resident of the United States, of this United States. And I will do that in just a minute, but first I want to show you the yarn. Okay? So if you don't want the yarn, don't enter, okay? So I've got 3, is it showing? Yeah, it is showing up good. Okay, 3 puzzle yarn. 3 of this colorway, it's greens, and the color is maize. So I've got 3 of them. Okay? Okay. Then I have, this one didn't have a label on it, but they're all Country Loom from Loops and Threads. Oops, there you go. And it is in the colorway Lavender Blues. And it's all acrylic, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 100% acrylic. And if you all haven't seen this before, it's like a one strand with bubbles. I don't know. Have you used this before, Rochelle?
I don't think I have.
If anybody's used it and can describe what that kind of weave is, let me know. But there's 3 of those. And then I had every intention of making a beautiful little throw for the autumn with this Bernat Toasty. I bought 4 of these. And this is a number 5 bulky in the color Fireside.
Bye, Sadie. Sadie's having to go.
Bye, Sadie. Honey, get some sleep. So I've got 4 of these, and this has 285 yards. So there's over 1,000 yards of this bulky 5. Okay, so I've got all of that yarn that I want to give away today. Hi, Lorley. Hi, Liz. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I hope I can play this game like we did last time on the channel.
Where I can help you, Petra.
I'm sorry?
I can help you. Like if there's
yes,
an answer,
please.
I'll put mark on here, and that way it'll start where my comment is.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. That'll be good. Okay, let's do all right, let me make sure everybody is here. And hi, Brenda. So does everybody here want that giveaway? Is everybody okay with that? Hi, Mandela. Did you go check that video out? Mandela Sparkle won something, and I know she did because I saw her, but she didn't know where she won. I was trying to help her find out where it was.
I guess I missed that one.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Again, I want to do a pick a number. And hi, Amy. And what we're going to do is Rochelle is going to do a random number picker? Can you do that? Or do you want me to do, I'll do the random number. I'll do the number. Oh, wait a minute. That's not going to work. You need to do the number.
I can do the number. I'll put in the chat where it says Mark and then I'll go get a number. You keep talking while I get the random number picker.
Okay. That'll work. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Joyce. Hi, everybody. Okay, so we are going to pick a number, okay? And I'll tell you the parameters here in just a minute, but I got a lot of enough to keep everybody busy or somebody busy for a couple of weeks, I think. Making some warm stuff. And it is going to be for those just a minute, Mandela, I'll tell you in just a second. It is going to be for U.S. residents only in the continuous 49.
I'm saying hi to my sister.
Oh, okay. Is that Susan?
Yes.
Hi, Susan. So what we're going to do is, did you already pull up the random number picker, Rochelle?
Yes, but I haven't put the high number in yet because
okay. So
nobody knows what the top number is yet.
Okay, let's do I don't even know how many are here. I can't see on the screen.
There are 28 people. So do you want to just do okay, let me put in here. You want me to go ahead and put the marking space in the chat?
Okay. Yes. Okay, so everybody, I want you to pick a number between 1 and 40. We'll do it 1 to 40. Okay. And the person who gets it the first number, she's doing all that kind of stuff.
Okay, I got the number ready.
Okay, everybody go.
Let me go back and look and see if anybody's gotten the number yet. Oh, I found it. Yep.
Who got it?
So if you go back to where I put the word Mark in there, the first person that said the number was Lori Armstrong.
Lori Armstrong! Yay! What number
21.
was 21. Yay,
and she
Lori!
was like one of the first ones to answer. So that's crazy.
That was crazy. Good job. Great job. Okay, drawing's over. Lori, I tell you what, that girl has won like three times from me. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, let me just double check. I think I have your address, Lori. Hold on. Just double check.
And if it weren't, I got the number, so there's no way that Petra could have rigged this.
No, right? No, I didn't rig it. Didn't rig it. And Lori, you won again. Yay, congratulations. Congratulations. Hi, Laura. Laura from Mad Mimi. Okay. All right. So, I wanted to show you guys just a couple things, what I'm working on now, since I don't really show that during the week. I've got all this yarn I want to give away and got to find a place for it. All right, so I picked up one of my shawl and a balls, and I just started on a really easy, mindless, corner-to-corner shawl. And I'm just going to go until it runs out, and that's going to be it. So that is a mindless thing that I do when I'm watching TV. So, and that's in the colorway Cool Blues. I think that's the name of it. And let's see here. I showed you that. Oh, guys, I've gotten pretty far on my sweater. Okay. I actually tried it on. I'm not going to be able to try it on right now because it's just too stinking hot. But now it's too big. Okay, it's too big across the chest and like the chest area underneath the arms. but I used a smaller hook on the bottom part, and now I'm on the ribbing. And whoop, there you
It
can
looks
see the
so
turtleneck.
good.
And this is where I started the ribbing. And I am just so excited. I might be able to finish this tomorrow. So I'm so excited about that. Yay.
Laura says, not purple.
No, not purple. I know, that's funny. I know. I usually do purple.
But I
Hey,
have some
look at
purple.
you. What have you got?
Okay, this is my Just Feel Festive shawl that I've been working on. So
Okay.
it's got different hand-dyed yarns in it, just kind of crazy colors. Well, purple, and then this is this salmon color, flamingo salmon color is some that I dyed myself.
Yes.
Anyway, that's kind of my mindless
Oh,
thing.
that's really neat. That's really neat. Brenda says, beautiful shawl and sweater. Yes, everything is so beautiful. Everything Rochelle does is so gorgeous. She
Well,
does
you're sweet.
everything beautifully.
Thanks.
So, and I did make another triangle type shawl, but I was, instead of doing it corner to corner, I was doing it, just, going the outside and just using these stitches. And I was using that KC Plume yarn. Has anybody used KC Plume? It's that new yarn that Joann's was carrying, and I know Crystal from Bag a Day bought some.
That's
Oh,
not salmon. That's orange.
I know. Well,
Orange.
it's nice for you to pick it up. Yes.
Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Denny.
Yes. Oh, okay, Liz, I'm sorry. Let me do that right now, okay? This is Rochelle. Rochelle has her channel. It's called The Whip Window with Rochelle. And she lives in Texas. I live in Kentucky. And we happen to meet on the YouTube. And our styles are just so similar of doing things. And we thought, yep, we're similar enough to do this, but we're different enough in certain respects that we complement each other. So Laura says she's used K&C yarn, but not that type. Yeah, it's a real thick number, a number. You know what? I'm just going to go get it. Okay, Rochelle, you go ahead and entertain everybody. I'll be back.
Okay, so Susan Burke, you've tried the Just Feel Festive shawl, and I had to, once you get it, then it's kind of mindless. I'm guessing that's what you're talking. You've tried the Just Feel Festive shawl, because on one side, as you're doing your rows, on this end, make sure that I'm doing this right. On one end, you end with 3 double crochets, and the other end you only end with 1. So you end up getting this slant. But yeah, you kind of have to, let me go to the end that I'm actually working on. So this is the end where at the top of these 3 double crochets, you do 3 down here. So it adds 3 to this end. But then when you get down here, you only do 1, and so that kind of takes it away. So you're decreasing on one end, increasing on another, and that's how you get that slant. So it's really cool. Let's see, what else did everybody say? I hope that helped.
Okay.
So let's see.
Hi,
Cocktail
Judy.
is here.
Hi, Maribel. Danny, what yarn did you use for your Just Feel Festive shawls? So this is what I'm talking about. This it's this yarn. I've already finished it, but it's fuzzy and it's, I don't know. It looked really pretty and it looked real soft in the donut shape that it came in. And it's nice, but it just kills my arm. I can't, I don't know. I tried different hooks. I tried a clover. I tried um a large
How do you hold your hook, Petra? Do you hold it like a knife or like a pencil?
I'm a knife grip.
So you've got a lot more motion going the larger your
Yeah,
yarn
yeah.
is. Yep.
I
Yep.
mean, I tried holding it like I usually hold my work level like this. And I even tried, okay, well, let's try holding it this way. I mean, I tried everything and it didn't matter. So anyway, this is that finished, and this is using, I used two purple and one of this light gray. And it's the same yarn, guys, but it works up so different. This is like a tight woven, and this is like fuzzy. It's very different. Um, anyway, I'm
It
not gonna.
looks like it would be squishy soft though.
It's it it's one of those that it is squishy soft, but it's not okay. It's squishy, but it's not like baby soft. Do you know what I mean? It's not, this gray
Mm-hmm.
is soft, but this is kind of, I mean, it definitely feels acrylic. It feels acrylic, like a rough acrylic. Um, and it actually, I would say it feels rougher than puzzle yarn. It's not
Really?
very soft. It's not very soft at all. I mean, it's a nice little, I mean, it's not a big shawl, but I don't think I would, well, I won't get it again because it's a 5 weight, but I don't think I would, there's not a whole lot. It doesn't go very far.
Hey,
Hi,
crazy poppy
crazy coffee
lady.
lady. Okay, so that was my finished object. Okay,
Can
here's
you tell
another.
everybody what that yarn is again, Petra?
It is K&C Plume, Plume. And the only place I found it, um, this Laura, this was that KC Plume. I actually have the not here, it's over there, but it's a black. It doesn't look like any other uh, band that you've ever seen. It's just all black, and it has a cross at the top, KC, and it has a knitting needle and then a crochet hook cross, and that's all it says, KC, and then it says Plume underneath it. And it comes in a big cape like this. I mean, it's like a big poof ball. Hi T, hi sweet T. So anyway, I wouldn't buy this again. I wouldn't buy that yarn again. I don't think I would ever. I know I wouldn't use it. Hi Melanie. So I made this. This is I got this yarn. I've had this now for probably 2 years. I got it, or maybe a year and a half. Oh, I got it on my birthday in 19, right after I started my channel. I had a huge ice order. And I got the clearance, because it was cheap. And yeah, right, Laura. Laura said that she used their number 3 acrylic and it wasn't anything to write home about, or nothing to write home about. But this is wool. I mean, it's like really woolly and it'll be warm, but I just kind of threw it together to use up the yarn. So I'll find somebody who's not allergic to wool and gift it to them. And then I finished my bag. I finished my bag, guys.
Yay!
The tote. Yes, I put the button on instead of a snap, and I sewed the pockets onto the side.
It looks good.
And
Looks
I'm
great.
done. And then this is another one that took everything out of my wrist. And this is a really squishy, that squishy yarn. Um, I doubled it. It's that fuzzy cutesy baby yarn. Cutesy baby by, I think it's Yarn Bee. Cutesy baby. And then I just held it together with a regular acrylic white, from Red Heart. But it turned out really pretty.
You've been
It's
busy.
gonna go into my. I'm sorry. What was that?
I said, you've been busy.
Yeah. Well, I've always had like little bits to do, so it all got done now. Okay. So today is special because Rochelle and I have been putting our brains together to talk about not necessarily self striping yarn, but multicolored yarn. How would you describe it, Rochelle?
I mean, multicolor, self
Yeah,
striping.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yarns that aren't necessarily one color. I've caked this up. This is one of those yarns from Red Heart. No, Lion Brand, hand dyed, hand dyed, and that's kind of what we're talking about.
That
Something
one
like
looks
that.
more speckled.
Yeah, yeah, it does. But when it was in this hank, it looked it's kind of striped. It
Had
kind
some
of looks
background
striped.
color
Hmm.
too. Okay.
Yeah, and so I have a couple of different yarns that I've worked up, and Rochelle has some that variegated. Thank you,
Yeah,
Laureline.
variegated.
That's what we were looking for. Um, but anyway, we wanted to find out for ourselves and then show you what each yarn would look like if it was like crocheted or knitted in different stitches. Have you guys ever wondered about that? Like if you were to go to a store and find a striped yarn, like an ombre, yes, like Rochelle's showing.
This, or
Any of
even,
these yarns that have multicolors in them, how would it look if you did it with a single crochet? What would it look like if you did it with a double crochet? What would it look like if you did it knitted up, if you're a knitter? So we decided we were going to do that. So Rochelle had some hand dyed yarn that she had dyed up, and what she's done is she's created a long piece of fabric, and she has actually um, um, done like several rows of each, like whether it's double crochet or knitted or whatever. Um, yes, Leanne, that's why
mm-hmm.
we wanted to do that.
Yep.
Exactly. We wanted to see what they look like, because why would you go to a store and say, "Oh, that's such a pretty yarn," and then you get it home and you start working it up and go, "This does not look like I wanted it to do."
Yep.
Right?
Yes, shell, that's exactly right. Short
Yes.
color change versus long color change. Yep.
Yes. Yes.
And then
Exactly.
all these hand dyed yarns that you're looking at and you're just like, you've got the heart emoji eyes, but
Yeah.
you get it home and it might not turn out like you wanted, and you want it back like this.
Yes. Yes. So, Rochelle, I'm going to let you lead in. Okay. I want you to go ahead and show what you've done. Now, she is the knitter between the two of us. So,
Yeah, I do
hi,
both.
Kim. How are you?
Hey, Kim.
So, hi, Kathy. So, go ahead, Rochelle, and
Okay.
let's see what you've got.
So this is just some yarn that I dyed, and I've always been tempted to buy the hand dyed yarns. They're so expensive though. So I thought I'm just gonna, when Knit Crate I don't know how many months ago. Was that like back during the summer when they gave everybody the Kool-Aid
Yeah, I think it
and
was.
the blanks? Some people were upset because they didn't want to dye the yarn. You know, they wanted yarn that was ready to go. And then other people, they were so excited. And so I kind of dove into and tried some dyeing. And I was just trying out different lengths of the color to see what it would turn out to be. And so this is some yarn that I hand dyed. And you can see that I did more of the length of it with the solid and a shorter speckled. And so I took that and I did 2 hanks of it, and I took that yarn and I started doing some crochet samples. And you know, most of us love double crochets because it works up so fast, but that's not necessarily really the best stitches to choose. So I've got this rolled up so you can kind of see each one. So I did a few rows of double crochets, and you can kind of see how many stitches each of the colors do with the speckled versus the solid. And then I started doing some single crochets, and you can see that the striping gets longer because the stitches are shorter. And then I started doing the lemon peel stitch, which look at that. It's almost like it is like the oh, what is that called whenever you the color pooling. Like this yarn is meant to do color pooling. And that's kind of what it's doing. Isn't that cool? Can you see the V?
That's beautiful.
And then this top part up here, I did the moss stitch. I think that's what it's called. So it looks a little bit different too. So just look at the difference in if you choose
Definitely see the
a different
difference.
stitch.
Yes.
And then of course, if you're making a wearable out of it, and you're working your wearable, maybe you come in to do your where your sleeves are, and then your rows get shorter, and then that makes it look totally different. So it's not guaranteed to look that way the whole way up. So that's just something that you kind of have to really plan, make a little gauge swatch
Right.
of whatever stitches you're going to be doing, and
You
see
need
how
to,
it
and
looks.
you need to do the gauge swatch long enough or big enough
Yep.
to be able to see how it works up. Yeah.
Yep.
Does anybody have any questions for Rochelle about that? About her yarn, how she did that?
Thanks, Kim.
Yeah, it does look. I particularly love that. What is that called? The other stitch, the lemon peel. I love
lemon peel.
I love the way
that
turned out.
It just gives a really good texture, and it's really simple.
And it's very subtle. I think the color changes are just so subtle the way it goes together.
Yeah. I really think that particular stitch, out of all the crochet ones that I did,
yes,
I really like that one the best.
Yes, that does look nice.
So, you just kind of have to play around with it.
Did you knit with it? Yes, Susan,
I did.
Show again the knit part that you did.
You want to see the knit?
Yes, Susan was asking if you knitted with it.
I did. I knitted, and then I actually did some Tunisian crochet. So this is the knit. So you can see that when you knit it, there's not as much of a consistency.
Yeah.
It just has small stripes throughout.
Yeah.
And I think that hand-dyed yarn really does work better with knitting unless you find just the right stitch in your crochet. Look at this. This is the Tunisian.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that crazy? But look at the back. It's like,
I love it.
And it's so thick that all of that ended up on the back.
Oh, that's
wow.
Beautiful.
And of course, this is a yarn eater. So, but yeah, I was really, really shocked when I worked that Tunisian.
Really beautiful.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Okay, Lorley, what we try to do is we try to come up with some different yarns Hold on a minute. I wanted to go back to where we were. We wanted to get a couple different yarns so that have a different coloring in them, and then try different stitches out to see what they would look like stitched up with those different stitches. Same yarn, just different stitches. Love
So
the
Laura Lee's question, she said, did you plan any of those or just wanted to see what would happen? Yeah, I mean, when I dyed this yarn, I kind of wanted there to be more solid. And so I didn't do as much of the speckled, but I mean, I didn't really know how it was going to turn out. This is kind of all a learning process
yes.
of, you know, if you are trying to have a goal of what you want your piece to look like, then you kind of have to have an idea of, okay, well, what is the yarn supposed to look like when you buy it to make your piece look the way you want it? And I think that's the hardest thing to do is to go, you know, go get some yarn off the shelf or order it online, especially when it's in a cake like this, and try to picture what it's going to look like when you're done with your project. It's
Exactly.
kind of a hit or miss thing. So
Yeah. And especially if it's not like a long stripe, a long color where you can color control. We're talking
mhm,
about yarns that you wouldn't want to color control, right? You want to,
right.
and maybe this, if you played around with it like Rochelle did, you see how she dyed the yarn that specific way. Maybe if she had a project in mind that she really wanted to do a certain stitch with a yarn to create a certain piece, she would be able to dye her yarn now a certain way to get that certain look.
And I'm sure that people who dye yarns and crochet or knit who've been doing it for a long time, they probably know exactly, oh, I need to do, you know, a 6-inch
Yeah.
block of color to get this or that result. So,
Okay. We've got a question from Susan. Maybe you could answer. What is the lemon stitch?
okay, lemon peel stitch is when you do I'm not sure if it's double crochet and single crochet in the same stitch or if it's single crochet and double crochet. I'm not sure which one
It
comes
could be
first.
either one. It has
Okay.
a little bit different of a look, but you could do either one.
Yeah. So you do I think I did the single crochet and the double crochet in the same stitch. Then you skip a stitch and you do the same thing all the way across.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've done it. Actually, I have a top that I did, and by accidentally, I ended up doing the single crochet, double crochet in separate stitches, single crochet, double crochet. Then when you go back across, you'll do the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to put a single crochet in the top of a double and a double on the top of a single, and you're going to do that all the way across. So yeah, that is one way to do it. And I think there's another way. You can do it in, like, you can do double crochet, single crochet, skip a stitch, like Rochelle was saying, and then when you go across, again, you're going to do the opposite. You're going to put the single on top of the double and the double on top of the single, and then skip a stitch.
So what I
That makes
did
sense.
is when I came back
Oh no, I'm
on,
sorry. That's wrong. That's
no, no,
wrong,
no,
isn't
no,
it?
it's
You're going to
okay
put
because
that in.
there's all different kinds of variations.
Yeah, you're going to put it in a space that you created. You're going to put it in the space you created, right?
I did this, I put it in the single crochet from the row before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That is a really versatile stitch, and just doing it the two different ways creates a whole different look.
Mm-hmm.
So the one like Rochelle just did, it kind of looks like a little bobble, a very small bobble, but it kind
Mm-hmm.
of comes out a little bit. Yeah. So, okay. Did you have another sample to show us, or was that it?
I have another one of the Kool-Aid yarn
Okay.
that I dyed with the
Let's
Kool-Aid
see it.
because and actually I have the video of me dyeing the yarn so you can see that I did very short stripes.
Okay,
So
so
this,
after this goes to replay, maybe you can go ahead and post that link too.
I
Okay.
will, I will. So I took that yarn and I did the same exact thing. I started doing some double crochets. So you can see there are a lot shorter stitches. The amount of stitches you can do is a lot shorter. Plus, you can see that it almost does a pattern where it's blue into yellow, then yellow back to blue. And then I did some speckles. And so I did that in the double crochet. And then this right here is the single crochet. And then this is the lemon peel stitch. And then this is the moss stitch. So I kind of like the hand dyed yarn in shorter lengths just because you get those little dots of color throughout.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think if I
Well,
were to
and it
continue
looks
to,
more, and it looks more. It doesn't look so planned. It looks a little bit.
yes.
Um,
And then this is the hat that I knitted with that same yarn.
yeah,
Some Ross hat.
that looks nice. I like that.
So you just have with with knitting, of course, you can get a longer strap of color, but they're so skinny. And this is I think this is a 1-weight yarn. So you can kind of see right here, that's how much red and orange. So I just did small stripes.
Yeah, I'm looking
Color.
forward to seeing that video where you work that up. That looks
It
neat.
was fun to dye the yarn. Yep.
Yeah.
But those
Well,
are the only 2 hand dyed yarns that I had been playing around with. But I have this yarn, you can see worked up into a cake, what
yeah,
it's going to look like.
I love that's gonna look so beautiful no matter what. I love those two colors together, and
Me
it looks
too.
like it's not real drastic. The color change isn't real drastic.
Yeah, it's basically the same.
Hi, Sandy.
It's the same
Hi,
dye.
Becky.
It's just a different amount of dye in the water.
Saturation. Yeah,
Yeah.
different saturation. Hi, Sherry. We're saying, okay, for those of you that are coming in a little bit late, we're discussing variegated yarns, hand-dyed yarns, and what they look like using different stitches, using the same yard, using different stitches, and working them up so that you could basically figure out a good stitch to use with your yarn, your hand-dyed yarn.
Did you work up any?
Yes, I did. Yes, I
Okay,
did.
your turn.
Okay, my turn. So, but I did mine I did mine differently than Rochelle did hers. I did mine the hard way. So I ended up buying 3 hanks of the wool-like hand-dyed yarn. The wool ease, wool ease hand-dyed that when Lion Brand had their 3 for $10 sale. And I also bought 3 skeins of the not the wool, but the other, it's just their acrylic yarn. So, and what I did, this is what it looks like caked up. Okay. Rochelle, I'm gonna go ahead and minimize you for just a second, honey. There. So I have, okay, see, so it looks like really quick color changes.
Is that the basic stitch yarn?
This is wool ease hand dyed yarn.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I think you said that.
Okay, 3 of them, and I caked each one of them. Okay, so they all look the same. But I did, this is the double crochet. So this is what it looks like in a double crochet. And I mean, it just looks like you get 1 to 1.5 stitches per color.
That's real
Okay.
similar to the Kool-Aid yarn that I dyed.
Yeah,
Very short.
yes, it does look very similar to that one. Then this one, I did a single crochet. And again, it looks, you're only getting, maybe 2 stitches per color. Okay. This one I did a Tunisian. And of course, like you were saying, it is a yarn eater, but you get a little bit more of a variety of. I think I see the colors more clearly in this one. I think I see, the white, the blue, the purple, and the burgundy color better in this one than I do in this one. It seems more muddled. The colors seem a little bit more muddled to me. So, anybody else have any ideas of what they think, or what do you think of those stitches? Like I said, this is the Tunisian knit stitch. This is the double crochet. And then this is the single crochet.
So Kathy says she's not a big fan of variegated yarns. I'm really not either, just because every time I bought them and made something, they just, I don't know, they just don't.
Well, and
stitch
Kathy,
using doesn't look good.
That is the whole reason why we're doing this, because there are some who aren't. See, I wasn't a big fan of variegated yarns if they're going to turn out like this. Okay, I'm not, unless I'm going to be doing like a hat. That it really doesn't make any difference that you see, because here's the thing, and I said this. I think I said this before a couple of times. Either you showcase the yarn or you showcase the stitches. When you are using a yarn like this, you are showcasing the yarn, not the stitches. You're not going to be able to tell the stitches that you use. So that's
exactly right.
If you want to think about it that way. And so to me, if you want to do a mindless project, this is what you're going to use. In my opinion, in my humble opinion. Okay, so I did use this other yarn, and this yarn, oh, I tell you guys, I am in love with this yarn. It is the softest yarn. It feels like Kobu or Trubu. It feels very close, Rochelle, to the Biso baby yarn, to tell you the truth. Now, this is the yarn that I caked up. That is came in the Hank form, 3 for $10, and this is the Lion Brand hand dyed. That's all it is. It's just Lion Brand hand dyed. I don't know if there's another name for it. So again, I got 3 of them and I did them all up. Okay, so this is the double crochet. And you can see, now see, the color changes are so different. I mean, this is just almost like you said, a speckled look. It's not an actual, a lot of color difference. That's the double crochet. Then this is the single crochet. And it's just like, it just has the color. You can just see the color. But the difference with this is because it's a 3-weight, it's so drapey that it's hard to see the color. But this, I think, is amazing. And this is what makes me think it will look great knitted. This is the Tunisian. This is the Tunisian knit stitch. And I just love those little pops of color. Like you can see the raspberry color there and the purples. I just think it looks so soft. Any thoughts?
So Melanie thinks it would look better knitted and Tunisian crocheted, which I agree.
Yeah,
The variegated yarns they do look
yeah,
better
yeah.
knitted.
Now, to me, because I'm not a very good Tunisian crocheter yet, but I would definitely find something Tunisian to make something out of Tunisian crochet with this. And my last thing that I did is I picked up a skein of this is the Hobby Lobby hand dyed oh, I know there's another name for it, but they're just on that one rack at Hobby Lobby.
The
Okay,
Hanks.
the Hanks, yes. And I did. Let me see here. I kind of did. I didn't do very much of it, but I did different stitches here on the very bottom. Oh, let me see. Let me do it. Oh, this shows up much better. Okay, on the very bottom, I did a single. Sorry, guys, everything's backwards. On the bottom, I did a single crochet. Then here is the double crochet. Then I did a Tunisian knit stitch and then a half double. But you can definitely see in that Tunisian, again, it looks so soft. Those color changes look so soft to me. I really like it. And so again, to reiterate what we've been saying this whole time, Rochelle, is that variegated yarns lend themselves much better to a knit or a Tunisian look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Becky says that she loves the variegated yarns and she likes to pair them with solids.
Oh, great idea. Yes. And that's actually what I did with my, or what I'm going to do with this Yarn Bee yarn that I got. I got this, oops, I got this one and I bought a very smoky blue-gray yarn to go with it. So I'm going to be doing something pairing those two together. Hi, Squishy.
Hey, Squishy.
You're up early.
So yeah, Melanie, you really should learn to knit.
Well,
Try the Tunisian first though, but it is a yarn eater. Knit uses less yarn, so you can get more of a project done with knitting than you can with crocheting.
But it takes so long, Rochelle.
It does. Yep. Yeah. Yep.
Yes. Sherry K says a lot of baby blankets use a mix of variegated with a solid color. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now I did find a yarn where, okay, this is the basic stitch.
Okay.
Here's the double crochet and single crochet. You really can't tell that big of a difference.
I can't, no.
So this is one that has really short color changes. So I think it would look great with any stitch.
I actually like that top. It kind of looks like it's striped almost.
Uh-huh.
Is that the single crochet?
This is the single crochet up here.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it's turning out to be like a stripe look.
Like diagonal, huh?
Yeah, a diagonal stripe.
And then this is the double crochet.
Yeah, I don't care for that so much. I just don't care for that look.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely, the smaller your stitches are, the better it's going to look.
Exactly.
Because knitted stitches are so small. So I would say either do a moss stitch or a single crochet and then even the lemon peel.
Yeah. A lemon peel looked really good. I really like that one. Hi, Ingrid. The knitted and the Tunisian look. If you want to learn Tunisian, Sandy from Crochet Ace, she said it almost looked like an animal print. It does kind of, yes, with those colors. It really did. Yeah. You know what? That would make great pillow covers on like a tan or an off-white couch. That would look
Mhm.
amazing. And I wonder what that would look like. I wonder what it would turn out like using a front post stitch, like a front post double crochet.
Mhm.
Like you know how Crystal does that. It looks like it's a pillow, but it looks like double crochet, um, front post double triple crochet, but it's like in a square. It kind of looks squared or
Oh,
triangle.
yes, I
You know
know
what
what
I'm
you're
talking
talking
about?
about. Yep.
Yeah, I bet that would look cool with
Mhm.
that yarn.
Yep.
Um, Tunisian, if you want to learn Tunisian, the best person, well, there's actually two people now that are teaching Tunisian. One is um, TL Yarn Crafts. She is amazing. She's amazing and she's a good teacher. There's another one, though, that I just recently saw and I can't remember her name. If somebody remembers or has seen it, let me know. But she's also doing a lot of Tunisian tutorials lately.
So
Um,
Dee said that she likes the color pooling. This is actually the lemon peel stitch
yeah,
with single crochets and double crochets. I was really surprised at how that turned out. And if
yeah,
anybody didn't see when I held it up earlier, this is the same yarn.
yeah. I love the way that turned out. And you know, if you would have used more of the orange or less of the orange or more of that color, it would have given a whole different look to that.
Absolutely.
I really like that salmon orange for
Orange.
orange, as Laura would say. Um, but I think it looks really good the way you did it. Look what Mr. Happy just handed me. He found this. Guys, is he amazing or what? Knitting and crocheting basics. A fun, fast guide to all the basic stitches. Oh, I'm going to learn how to knit. And look who did it. Barnes& and Noble.
Really?
Isn't that interesting? Melanie, I know there is that gentleman that does it, but for some reason I'm not able to understand what he's showing. So, but I know that there's another gal doing it, and I can't remember her name. Hi, Mayor. Yes, Sandy Crochet. Sandy says you're a keeper. Yes, he's a keeper. So
Hey,
anyway,
y'all make sure to give Petra a thumbs up on this live.
thank you, everybody. So, does anybody have any questions about any of the things that Rochelle or I were talking about? Now, for in the future, she and I are collaborating on a couple different things. We got something coming up. When is it? Next month or the month after? I think it's in April.
Yeah, it's not for.
I think it's in April. We're doing something together, and that's going to be fun because it's fiber related, not necessarily crochet related. Am I right, Rochelle?
Don't give away too much.
Okay. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're in cahoots, as some would say. We were actually. I don't know if anybody has got any plans for doing scrap yarn projects. We had planned on doing some every other month, but it ended up where there were so many people doing those crochet alongs, scrap yarn crochet alongs. We figured we don't need to be one more. But if you're not doing anything right now and you want to do something scrappy, let us know. Yes, it's a mystery, Mayor. It's a mystery.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
This is random.
Half double. I don't know, Susan. Susan asked the question, what's the stitch called when you do one single and then one half double in the same stitch?
I have no
I'm not
idea.
sure. I really couldn't tell you that. Now I know that there's something similar where instead of doing a single double, there's a chain, not a chain, a slip stitch half double. And I can't remember what that's called, but it's something very similar to the single double, but it's, yeah, I'm not sure.
Hey, Shannon.
Oh, Laura just made a mug rug watching the live. Yay! Hi, Shannon. Okay, well, I think we've been going long enough. It's been going an hour and 15 minutes, and we need to pop off. And
Time flies.
I am so glad you were with me today, Rochelle.
Me too.
Yay! And I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your evening. And for those of you that are in Australia, have a great day. And we'll talk real soon, okay? Hope to see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.